Back in the days, tattoos were heavily associated with criminals and outlaws. These days, they're seen more as a freedom of expression. But certain tattoos could actually have a really deep and dangerous hidden meaning. Which is why today we're gonna look at 8 tattoos that could get you in some serious trouble. Number 8. Epaulette tattoos. You don't often meet people with epaulette tattoos, and that's because these markings belong to thieves and criminals. In the underworld, having epaulettes inked on your shoulders could represent a rebellious desire to go against the system. Or the most common meaning in that society is that it signifies rank and shows the status of the prisoner, oftentimes worn by a very powerful individual. Oh, and let's not forget the markings on the strap have hidden meanings themselves. And the most noteworthy one is the skull, which pretty much means you've murdered someone. Number 7. The Black Hand of Death. Oftentimes you'll see people tattooing their children or loved ones' handprints on their body. However, there are a few things worth knowing that could actually make this tattoo mean something extremely dangerous. A tattoo of a black hand on the chest is a symbol for the Mexican mafia, also known as La M, Spanish for the letter M. These people happen to be some of the most powerful gangs in the California prison system. And their signature logo is the black palm with the letter M in the middle. So if you're thinking about getting a handprint tattoo of your significant other and their name happens to start with an M, it's just best that you don't. Just leave it alone. Number 6. Spiders crawling on the shoulders. It's no secret that there are lots of really nice spider tattoos out there, and most of which don't hold much of a meaning. However, in the prison scene, having a spider tattooed on your right shoulder signifies that you're a thief. And what's even more interesting is the hidden meaning behind the direction of the spider's movements. For example, if the spider is inked moving up the shoulder, it means the thief is still active in his duties. And if the spider is tattooed crawling down the shoulders, then it means that individual is done with criminal life. Number 5. Manacles. Some people might go through life feeling shackled and bound by society, and they might think getting a manacle tattoo is a good idea. However, in the criminal world, these tattoos are associated with sentencing. For every manacle tattooed on the wrist or legs, it means the prisoner has served more than 5 years in prison. So just know that when you see inmates that have both their wrists and ankles tatted in manacles, then you can pretty much be sure that they've either committed a series of crimes or were charged with something really serious and were served an extremely lengthy sentence. Number 4. Buddha tattoos. In most Buddhist countries, it's highly offensive to have a tattoo of Buddha. So much so that tourists are even sent to jail or deported if caught with these images inked on their body. In fact, just a few years ago, a 37-year-old British woman was arrested, then kicked out of Sri Lanka for having a tattoo of Buddha. Other huge cases that happen often are in Thailand. Though Thai people are known for their warm hospitality and welcoming nature, there are signs posted many places that if you have a Buddha tattoo, you're not welcome in those establishments. Even more so if the Buddha tattoo is on the lower part of your body. For them, that's blasphemy to the max, because the lower part of the body, like the legs and the feet, are considered to be the dirtiest parts. And that could again result in you getting arrested or kicked out of the country. So even though you might be tattooing that image on yourself out of respect, they believe that you can respect their religion and beliefs in other ways. Number 3. Stars. Now, I know I've already mentioned what stars on the knees signify in part 1 of this video. And those star tattoos in the Western culture don't hold much weight for the fact that people just get them for aesthetic purposes, in the Russian prison scene, having stars inked on your shoulders or clavicles signify a high-ranking thief. The most common stars you'll see associated with these criminals are not so much the 5-pointed ones, but instead the 8-pointed stars. And if you also happen to see a tattoo of a bow tie on the neck, then it means this criminal broke the thieves' code and sided with authorities. Number 2. Religious Islamic tattoos. Now, for one, in the Islamic religion, any sort of tattoos in general is considered to be a sin altogether. However, something even more blasphemous is having a religious symbol of that sort tattooed on you. Usually countries in the Middle East that are very serious about their religious views won't stand for this, and you could get into some serious trouble. A good example of a country that's highly against tattoos is Iran. Exposing your ink, especially ones that are based around religion, is something you never want to do, as the government has made it very clear and publicly known that it's illegal. Number 1. Hell's Angels tattoos. In particular, the death head skull. Now, we all know skulls are some of the most popular elements you could get inked on you. However, if you're not in their inner circle, the skull with the motorcycle helmet and wings is something you should never get done. Should you choose to get their logo etched onto your skin and you're not with them, then they'll remove it for you through other methods. And to make matters even more serious, they've even threatened legal action against people and companies who try to use it. Years ago, they sued an author for using their logo on a book cover. And they've even forced Disney Pictures to change a movie script because of it. Now, I do have a part 1 of this series on my channel, so make sure to check that out as well. Smash the like button, let's get this video up to 5,000 likes. Subscribe for a lot more content like this. As always, I love you beautiful people so much, and I'll see you guys next Saturday.